Trying to.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to not Wednesday Night Warfare, not the Thursday Night Throwdown, but a very special night. This is special because I don't know how I saw it first, but I saw that the man who brought us Fireball forward, the man who brought us a number of other lovely nail games, including Ruthless. I forgot, we've played Ruthless on this
Yeah,
channel, doing
right.
doing Wild West craziness. We like his games. We have enjoyed them. That he was doing a World War II aviation game. And
Yes.
I know that we might have a person or two that likes World War II airplanes. And so I said, well, that's a fine mix. So I just said, hey, let's build something. I posted it. He was nice enough to make a nice comment about it. I invited him to come by sometime, and he said, well, how about Tuesday? So I said, like Tuesday, and he's like, yeah. I was like, okay. So so it is a great pleasure to introduce to the Armchair Dragoons group, Mark Festoso. Good evening, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is exciting. I've It's been a long time since I've been on Tabletop Simulator, and so I'm looking forward. This is going to be great.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. He was one
Yeah.
of the folks that joined the how would we say the revolution of
Hey.
the TTS revolution. Dude, guy, good to see you. Red, good evening. During the COVID stuff, and never didn't really go back to it. So, and I told him we kind of been here ever since. But it's nice to see what he thinks of it, and maybe, like I say, it's no replacement for toys for those that love them. But we can still have some fun. All right, a tweet is out. So there it is. What we have here is his game, Fire in the Sky. It's obviously played on a grid. It's obviously played with flight bases, including all sorts of cool airplanes. But I'm going to shut up now and let the man talk. Please introduce your game and help these four wonderful people from the Armchair Dragoons humiliate themselves.
All right. Hey, thanks so much, Cyrano. So this is Fire in the Sky, and as you can see, there's a lot of planes on the table. The idea was to have World War II air battles where, first of all, visually, you could actually see what it looked like when all the planes in a battle were there, right? So most of the games I've played, they're kind of scaled down. You fly a couple planes, there's a few bombers. But in this game, you can actually see the entire panoply of planes that were in the battle. So it's not individual plane. You have sections of planes. You kind of maneuver squadrons. So in that sense, it's definitely more abstracted than a lot of the highly detailed individual plane games when you're pulling, Immelmans and split S's and things like that. But it's meant to be fast and furious, much like Ruthless, as you mentioned. It's meant to be fun, and it's also meant to be. You could play a bunch of games in an evening if you want, and it's great for campaigns because you don't have to spend all night doing one game. So this is Fire in the Sky. This scenario is called Rolling Thunder, and it's part of a series of battles about Big Week, which was in February 1944 when the Allied air forces flying out of Great Britain decided to kind of break the Luftwaffe. They were going to send these massive missions to bomb factories that the Luftwaffe would be forced to defend. They would have to come up, and then our brand new P 51s would shoot them all down in droves. That's what happened. So, this is the first scenario. It's all the written scenarios in the book are historical. You can play them as a series in a little campaign. There's also in the book a campaign generator. So if you kind of want to play your own version of Big Week, it has that as well. So I guess this scenario is called Rolling Thunder, and it was a mission of B-17s, and the number of B-17s you see there was the number that were involved. And they were returning from a mission. They were somewhere over Belgium, and their escorts had left, and the shorter range P-47s had just shown up when a bunch of Luftwaffe planes showed up to attack the bombers. In the scenario, there's several German squadrons, and they'll show up at different times. The Allies don't know when, and the Germans have some sense, but not exactly know when they're going to show up. And that just represents that as the planes were flying from Belgium to the coast, various German squadrons were kind of showing up and attacking. So that's the setup. I guess we need to decide who's who. Who feels like being Allied and who feels like being German?
I'll play German.
I will likewise happily play German.
Grim and Achilles are German, therefore Vance and Robert, you're Americans.
All right.
Okay.
So I believe there's the setup that you see is where the Americans set up. You'll see in the center of the board, there are 3 zones that have a squadron of B-17s each. And then off to the north and then in front, there's a squadron of P-47s. So each American player will get 1 P-47 squadron. And the B-17s kind of play themselves. So when you're playing Fire in the Sky and you have heavy bombers, usually like the B-17s, B-24s, things like that, and there are no actual targets, the B-17s don't actually move on the board. They kind of stay in the middle, they're moving slow, and the fighters kind of swirl around them. So they're going to just fight them, they're going to play themselves. The Germans have, I believe, 3 squadrons in this scenario. 1 starts on the board, and the others are going to show up at a later time. So whoever the Germans are, they can decide who wants to start on the board, who wants to be a reinforcement.
And if they're on the board, where should they place themselves?
Yeah, let me get the scenario up. Come on.
Do you want to start out on the board, Grim, or would you like me to?
Yeah, I'm happy to start out on the board.
All right.
All right, so once you grab, just grab 3 of these boys. And now you do have 2 different planes, 2 different types, right?
Yeah, we've got 109s and
Yep.
190s from the look of it.
Exactly.
Eins,
Just getting
zwei,
this-
or drei?
hold on. All right, in this scenario, which is Rolling Thunder, find it here. Here it is. All right, the Germans have 3 squadrons. They have 2 squadrons of ME-109s, 1 squadron of Focke-Wulf 190s, and 1 of the ME-109 squadrons has rockets, which are really good for shooting at B-17s.
Okay, I'm glad. That's one thing I did. I neglected 2 things, and this is one of them. I'm giving Staffel 1 rockets.
Yeah, they got rockets.
They have rockets.
Have three sections. The other 2 Staffels only have. Oh no, yeah, only have 2.
Ah. Sorry, I take these away from you.
Boo.
Sorry.
Well, oh gee, there goes our strategy.
That was our cunning plan. Now, I will say, for those who are unfamiliar with Tabletop Simulator, one of the things that this rule set does require is different height levels. These have states. For example, high, middle, low.
Okay.
So, depending what you are, it's either 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1, depending on how the thing wanted to mess with me. But obviously, high in this case is 3, middle is 2, and low is 1. That will matter. The man will explain why.
Yeah. Okay. So all the B-17s are at 2. Then they're in the middle. Yeah. Great. But when I was developing this, I didn't even have models because I didn't know what the game was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I used old airplane counters from the game Air Force
Nice.
way back, and I just used to use red chips if they were at low, green if they were at high on top of it. So same.
Well, don't worry, I've played enough War Thunder to know how to take down a B-17.
All right.
He shall have a go.
And shoot. Okay,
You just
so
ran the
the
damn thing.
Germans are set up. 1 German Staffel sets up in any numbered space at medium altitude. So essentially, am I allowed to point on this thing?
Pick yourself a color.
Okay.
You need to grab a color. If you need me to assign you one, I will. And once you have a color, all you got to do is press tab and you can point.
Okay. All right. So essentially, the Germans can set up on the edge. I don't know if let me see if this.
You'll notice I've placed those numbers on each of the edges.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the Germans can place any one squadron that they want. They can pick, and they can place it in the zone with any one of those numbers on it. If you see that, so that could be an option. Or anywhere in there. All right.
Ready?
And is that a 2? Yeah, it's a 2. Look at that. Perfect.
Let me ask, does I
Fa-
assume facing matters to some degree, right?
It does.
Facing,
Go ahead.
facing only matters for the bombers.
Ah, okay,
The fighters, it doesn't matter.
okay.
All right, so I guess you guys need to real quick how to play too.
We do.
So there's this chart on the right here, and you're gonna need to see that chart. How do you do that in this?
Well, what they can do is they can just mouse over it and push the Alt key. So now I'm showing it to the whole world.
Alt key. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay, so and there's a deck of cards somewhere. Yeah, I see. There's a deck of cards down there. Okay. So to start, the Germans gonna be the first player. They're gonna flip a card. You might as well flip that first card.
Germans? That's you.
Yeah.
Just grab it. It's a quick grab, not a long grab.
Oh,
And you
where-
forgive me.
Here, I'll.
Did you get it already?
Yep, there you go.
Oh,
I flip it. It's a 4 of
Okay.
hearts.
So that's how we're gonna start the game on the four of hearts, and the Germans are gonna activate on that. So the first thing you do is you flip a card, and you pick one fighter squadron that will activate on that card. So the Germans only have one fighter squadron, so they're going to choose that squadron. Then they're going to go to that chart, which is Alt. There you go. Okay, and you'll see on the chart at the top, oops, there you go. Okay, the top there it says fighters, lists all the fighters. And then if you go down to the third chart, it says special ability, right? So when you've chosen your squadron, you're going to roll 2 d10s. One is going to be on that top chart where it says fighters. The other is going to relate to where it says special ability. Okay. And you just look at what the die roll gives you. So if those are 109s, I guess, G's, and for instance, say you rolled a 4 and a 6. So a 4 on the fighters, you'd cross index. The 4 with 109 G's says 2, which means you have 2 actions. And then if you rolled a 6 for the special ability, you get that as well. And it says, out of the sun, the enemy may not reach during this activation. So that's what you have to essentially do your move
nice
with.
and simple.
Yep. And the 2 actions, there should be another chart. Did you put that one somewhere? Ah, it's on the other side. Wow, this is amazing. So it says movement, action, and cost, which is on the other side, and combat actions. The number listed for those actions is how many actions it takes. So to change a zone costs 1. So in this situation, the Germans had 2. They could move 2 squares, right? If they want to climb up 1 altitude level, it would cost 2 to do that. So what they have 2, they could climb 1 level. There's only 3 levels in the game: low, medium, high. You can't go higher than high, and you can't go lower than low. So in this situation, they started high, they couldn't climb. If you dive 1 level, you gain a point. So theoretically, these guys rolled 2, but if they moved 2 and then dove, they'd get an extra point. They could go an extra square. And then the rest, if you're being tailed, it costs 1. Don't worry about that right now. Detach a section. So you'll see the Germans have those 2 sections. Right now, they're considered to be 1. They're touching each other. They're considered to be 1. To move them costs 1. To do anything, they just pay once. You can break 1 off, separate them, and then they would operate separately. And it doesn't cost anything to detach, to break apart, but if you want to come back together, that does cost 1. if you are in multiple sections, if you've broken up, you have to share the points you get. So if those are actually two separate ones and you rolled two and you moved one to a space and you wanted to move the other one, that would cost your second one. So you're less efficient being split up like that. But there are other advantages. And the only other thing you spend action points on is to fight. And it's a little bit different fighting fighters and bombers. If you are in the same space with an enemy fighter at the same altitude, you can do a combat action. Whoops. Why do I keep doing that? There. You can attack head on, so that's the worst attack, but it's called dogfight. If you have a squadron leader, it doesn't cost anything. If you don't, you have to pay one. And then in that, both sides would fight. You roll where it says shooting to hit numbers. It says dogfight fighters. So you get to roll 1d10 per base. If you roll that number listed or higher, you get a hit on the end. If you are in the same space, same altitude, and you spend 2, you can bounce the enemy from the side. You have a better chance to hit. You see it says 6 instead of 7, and the enemy doesn't shoot back. And if you have 3, you can bounce them from the rear, which is a much better chance to hit, and the enemy can't shoot back. That's about it. And if you go to attack and you have extra action points, you can use them to roll more dice. The only other big rule you need to know is when the enemy is acting, they have an activation. One time during the enemy's activation, you're allowed to try to react to them once with one squadron. And you're allowed to react anytime they change squares. So if they climb within a square, you can't react to that. If they shoot at another enemy or jump someone in their same square, you can't react to that. But anytime they move to a new zone, one time during their activation, you can try to react to them. And basically, it's a competitive die roll modified by how far the reactor is and difference in the planes. High die roll wins. If the defender wins, there's no effect. If the interceptor wins, he's allowed to take a turn right then. The enemy freezes, he takes a full turn. The only stipulation on his turn is if he wants to attack somebody, it can only be the guy he's reacting to. But you could react by running away. Like he's coming after you and it doesn't look good. You can react by leaving. I think that's probably enough to get started. There's a couple other little things here and there, but I don't think it'll really. We'll explain it when it happens. Is any questions, anyone?
No worries, we'll find them.
Oh, yeah. It always happens.
For those,
I'm a fan though of give the real quick rules. Start. We can kind of go slow in the first turn or two until people pick it up, and you should be good to go.
just a couple of quality of life things. You'll notice I have labeled some of the bases red. A red base surrounded in red, that indicates the squadron leader.
Okay, great.
Second, you will notice that the chart that Mark referred to, you have the yellow chart and you have the green chart. That's why you have a yellow die and a red die in your rollers.
Green. Yeah.
Green, sir.
Green. Yeah, look, man. Okay. Thank you. That's why you have a yellow die and a green die. Thank you, gentlemen. So, Achilles, it's all you. I think the first
Actually,
thing...
it's
That's Grim. That's Grim.
Yeah, that's me.
So, Grim, I guess you better roll 2 dice. 1 yellow, 1 green.
Before you do that, there's one other thing we need to do. We need to find out when the German reinforcements are going to show up. And they're going to have to roll. I guess there's no way to do like secret in this, right? You just
Sure, they just. Oh yeah, they got plenty of ways. You want a secret? Here, let me show you the magic of Heidi box.
Okay.
Who am I hiding? Who gets to know it and who doesn't?
The Germans get to know it. The Americans do not.
All right, where's Achilles at? Where's Achilles and Grim at? I just want to put it nearish to them.
Do that, but blindfold because you got to flip cards to see what they come in on too.
And we could just blind us.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Gentlemen, let's do the simple thing. Blindfold.
We are.
Just the allies, right?
Just the allies, yeah. Cool. If you want to know what they did, Mark, push your B key.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
And push B to
We shouldn't see die rolls or
Yeah,
Yeah. So now what we're going to do is, so it's a single D10, Mark?
A single D10 for the first one, yeah.
All right, so we're going to turn printing off on this die right here for the Germans.
The yellow one.
Yeah, the yellow one, please. Let's roll that.
All right.
Okay. So you can see
Tiny.
you see that right there.
That kid's tiny, though. How do I make it bigger?
You can zoom in, mouse. You can mouse in on it. Scroll in.
Ah. Let's see. But my pointer is a ruler. How do I get out of
F1.
F1. No,
Or you
that's-
can go up and click the
Yeah, or you can click on, or you can go up into the tooltips and click on the hand. Either one.
Flip. Oh, hand. There it is. Ah, got it. Okay. How do I guess I do. Oh, like that kind of. All right. Sorry, I'm just getting used to the.
No, it's quite all right.
Yeah, that looks. Is that an 8?
It is.
Well,
That is okay.
Yeah, now you're gonna have. Now they're gonna have to roll it again. Now they're gonna have to roll it again.
We didn't hear that.
Roll it again. Sorry.
The other
We
thing, actually, another thing you can do is mouse over it and push the M key.
Yeah, I can see it when I mouse over it. Okay, so whoever the German is who has those.
Roll it.
It's
Just
that-
roll.
I need to roll again.
Yeah, he's gonna roll again. Now he has his actual super secret number that none will know.
Okay. So it's that number halved, round up,
Okay,
and then you flip a card,
we're gonna do that too. Got it.
and it's that suit.
Okay.
So when that number of cards of that suit come up for activations, your
Mhm.
first reinforcement arrives.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna shuffle this card back into the deck.
Okay. Sorry, I think that's my son calling. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. My son's at camp. He just called. I have to take a second here.
No
Hey, Bud,
problem.
what's up? How's it going? Yeah? Are you enjoying camp?
You're on YouTube, kid.
Yeah, you might want to mute.
Good. Oh, today?
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, Jim.
Mhm.
As I understand what he was saying, when that number comes up and
Yeah.
we roll that as a particular.
No,
thing,
it's
you know,
it's
You
that
guys
number
just
of
need
that
to-
suit.
Yeah, you just need to do that for the other German reinforcement that's coming in.
Oh, okay. So stay blindfolded. He's gonna roll another die.
All right.
Achilles, and only Achilles.
Got it.
And now we'll flip a card.
I don't know. Achilles always rolls low. We want him to roll high.
So it's half that rounded up. When half that rounded up of these are flipped, that's when your second thing comes up. Your second squad comes on.
Gotcha. Okay. Now
So
I'm
who's counting those?
I am. I made notes. Oddly enough, it's not hard. That part will not defeat me.
Well, it is math.
It's true. That's true. It is not my long suit.
It's counting. Is it more
It-
than 10?
No, it is not. It couldn't be because it's only a 10-sided die, and it's halved. So,
take your shoes off.
yeah, that's true. I'd have to take my shoes off. So, Mark, are you back with us?
No.
He is not yet. Okay, cool. All right, Achilles, I'm going to be very, very bold. Grim, you will now. You must needs roll 2 dice.
We can
No,
unblind.
we're still blind. Are we not?
Oh no, you can unblind. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
So a 7 yellow and a 10 green. Ooh. A 7 yellow, and you're flying what over there? Those are those Messerschmitts?
109.
Yeah, ME-109.
Yeah, okay, so that's a 7, which means you get 2 action points. 2. And a 10 green down here. Ooh, you can choose... Oh! Wild card! You can choose anything here.
Any special ability. Yeah.
Hmm.
You choose one. For being helpful.
All right. All right. Sorry, guys.
Nope.
My son is
surprise.
at his
We're
first
way ahead of you.
sleepaway camp.
I'm going to focus for +1 action.
All right, so
We're way ahead of you, Mark. We're on turn 7.
Yeah, we're already on turn 7. It's
All right.
he rolled a 7 yellow and a 10 green, which gives him 2 actions, and he picked with his wild card 10. He's going to take a third action, so he has a total of 3. I see 1 having been moved.
Okay, so how it works is he just changed the space, right?
Yes?
So do the Americans want to try to react or keep waiting? Because they can only try once during his move.
We will keep. You want those guys?
Yeah, I'll take these aside if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
so-
we'll keep waiting. Yeah.
Okay. So keep going, Germans.
All right, so I put you back down a level, so you'll want to go back up that level. There you go.
Yeah.
So he went up a level. That's his second action.
Whoa.
Well, that takes 2, so.
Oh, good point. So that'll be your lot, yeah?
Yep.
And we can't react to him changing levels. So
Right.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
Okay. So that would be 3 whole points. There they are. Okay.
He
So
started
then you
it?
flip a new card. Now, when you flip a new card,
No,
that ends the
he starts middle.
Oh.
That's middle.
Okay.
he started middle because they
He's
were
at
climbing
high.
up.
Yeah, now he's at high.
Okay.
Oh, this is interesting. The stand says these are Japanese planes.
Yeah. I
Which
noticed that.
did I not fix this one? I thought I fixed all of them.
you didn't pick
Both
any
of
of
them.
them.
Oh my God! What
No,
kind
no,
of
no.
game is this?
These guys are
All of
fixed. These guys are
No, they're
fixed.
not. No,
This
they're
is
not.
334th Fighter Squadron.
Look at look at this
Oh, you've got to do it by status. Of course you do. I mean,
when you do state.
no. Yeah. With every state, you've got to change it. Yep, hang on. Just
All
keep.
the B-17s.
So go ahead, Mark. I know you're about to explain something while Dummy fixes the game.
Okay, so that ends the activation. So then, when an activation is done, you're going to flip a new card. If the card that's flipped is equal to or lower than the one that's showing, then the Germans would go. I'm sorry, equal to or lower, then it would flip, and the Americans would go. If the new card is higher than the one showing, then the Germans go again. So if the next card is a 5 or greater, the Germans get to go. If it's a 4 or lower, the Americans get to go.
Of any suit.
Yeah, he's just talking about the number at this point.
The number. The suit doesn't matter except for reinforcements.
Okay.
The spades matter later. You'll see how that works out.
If you're at low altitude, spades matter.
Yeah, for a low altitude, spades are bad.
Okay.
All right, let me. I'm doing one quick thing here, because now all the B-17s are better. Hooray! Okay.
Oh, they're not bells anymore.
No, they're not.
That's why I said.
Yeah, they're all gone. Those vowels are gone. I don't know where they went.
Back to Japan.
Back to Japan, I hope. So instead of a 4 of hearts, we have a 8 of spades.
Okay, so that's higher. The only restriction when you flip cards is you can't activate the same squadron 2 cards in a row. So the Germans can't activate those ME-109s, and they have no others, so they have to burn this card
Okay.
and flip a new one.
So now what they would really love to get is a card that is higher than an 8.
Correct. They want a 9 or more.
They got it.
Okay, so those 109s can now go again.
And also, Mark,
Yeah.
that is a reinforcement number.
Oh, so then the reinforcements show up?
Yes.
So then they also, before the 109s go,
Mm-hmm.
the Germans, we're going to roll a d10 to see where their new planes show up, and they're going to show up on the zone that corresponds to one of those numbers around the edge of that.
Got it.
Okay. All right.
8.
Okay.
Zone 8.
Zone 8. And it doesn't matter which group. So
I guess not. You're supposed to assign, one to each, but whatever you want, it's fine.
okay. Zone 8. Where is zone 8?
Here.
Ah, thank you. And it's both of these
Yep.
bands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So they
Yep.
come in.
Is it at his choice of altitude?
I think they come in. No, they come in at high.
At high. Good. That's where I got him. Yay. All right. So there. He then rolled an 8 yellow and a 9 green. Does he apply that to these ME-109s, or can he do this for this?
He can do it for either one.
Okay.
He's his choice.
Achilles, who goes?
Okay, Grim. Yeah, go ahead, Grip.
All right, we'll go again.
All right. So an 8 and a 9.
Is it an 8 and a 9 or an 8 and a 6?
I thought it was an 8 and a 9. It was in the chat. Let me look.
8.
It was a 6. Oh, yeah. I apologize.
Yeah.
8 and a
It's
6.
8 and a 6.
8 and a 6. All right. So, with that in mind, the 8 on your MEs are still 2, and a 6.
Out of the sun.
They may not react.
that's great.
So you may act
That's
with
really good.
impunity. Yeah.
Yep. So the Germans, one cool thing about how the charts work is it's not a universal chart for all of World War II, right? I craft the charts for the campaign. So in this campaign, the Germans always position themselves to try to come out of the sun. So much so that the Allies would stack the B-17s facing the sun, right? So in this chart, you'll see the Germans have more chances to get out of the sun than.
And parenthetically, you can move diagonally, Grim.
Correct. You can move
Okay.
diagonally.
Yeah, what is the range? Do you have to be in the same square?
Same
Yes.
square. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So what we want to do here, Grim, if you're going to do that, because we're not going to deal with that. So what we'll do instead, I was futzing with this, is this.
Nice. Okay. So I didn't mention this, but you've done it perfectly, Grim.
Yeah.
Is bombers have facing. And these are facing forward, towards the side of the box that points towards the rule book, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And when you move into a space to attack the bombers, you're going to get the type of attack that corresponds to the way you moved in. So you moved in from the rear, so it's free for you to do a rear attack on the bombers now. If you had come in on the side, you would have done a side bounce. If you came from the front, you'd have to do the dogfight bounce. So you can do a rear attack.
All right.
So you had 2 points, correct?
Yeah, which I used to move into the square.
Now, you are also at high. They're at medium, so you have to dive 1 to go to medium.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you get an extra action point. So you now have 1 action point, and you're in their square. If you'd like to attack them, you can apply that action point to actually roll more dice to shoot them down.
I will shoot at them.
Okay.
Now they each
All right.
have 1 firepower each, right?
No, the B-17s have 2 each.
No.
No, I'm sorry.
sorry.
I was talking about
Correct.
the Messerschmitts.
Right, the 109s have 1 each, and the B-17s have 2.
All right.
But the 109s are much stronger.
Okay.
There's one question that you have to answer before you attack, Grim. You can either come in, do a kind of a diving pass on them, shoot them up, and then you'll kind of dive away, right?
Yeah,
You'll randomly end up somewhere around them at a lower altitude. Or you can say, I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to hang on their tail, essentially tail them, and you won't kind of randomly fly away, but they'll shoot back at you with twice as many dice. So they would shoot back at you with 12 dice, but only hitting on 10s.
I think I'm gonna Boom and zoom.
Zoom, boom, and zoom. Okay. So then you shoot. You have 3 dice because you get 1 for each base, and you had an extra action point. So that gives you 3. So you roll 3 dice, and you hit on 5s from the rear.
Didn't turn on. Oh, there we go. Ooh, bad miss. Bad miss.
You rolled a 1, 1, and a 4?
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
sorry, Grim.
You jinxed me.
All right.
Yeah, we actually did have one of the commenters in the online chat indicate, have you told our guest about the bad die rolling?
Who
Who was that? I'm
Myself.
coming for you.
All right, so the B-17s shoot back, so the Americans get to roll 12 D10s, only hitting on 10.
1 hit.
You get to roll 12, dude.
You get to roll 12.
He said he was zooming through.
Oh, you're right. He's booming through. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
it's 1
zooming.
hit. I'm sorry, that's correct.
All right,
So then, Grim, you have to make 1 save die roll. I believe the save on a beast, a Messerschmitt is 6.
6, yep.
So it's 1 dice, 6 plus to save.
Yep.
Nice.
You save. Okay, so no problem. Great. So now you have to roll 1d10 for each one of your sections that participated in the attack. And leave the dice there on the table.
We need loose dice for them.
Right.
Roll them individually.
No, you can
or-
grab them and move them. They won't. Just
Okay.
move them there.
Okay. So you rolled a 1 and a 5. Is that
Mhm.
correct?
Yep.
Okay. So the 1, that plane shot off all its ammo. It goes home.
Boom.
Which one goes home?
The first one, which would probably have been the squadron leader, so he flies home.
Oh, dear. Mm-hmm.
He shot off all his ammo and go. Now the other guy rolled a 5. If you look on the chart in the back, the scatter chart,
Mm-hmm.
a 5 is break off, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
He loses an altitude, so he goes to low, and he goes into the adjacent square that the dice is pointing to. So,
Straight ahead, I think.
okay, so then if it's straight ahead, he'd go right into where the other B-17s are, but at low altitude.
Okay.
Okay, so he's below them.
Mhm.
All right,
So that's how that works, huh? Okay.
so that works.
Low now, aren't they?
Just
Very
I gotta,
low.
I gotta
Now, if you pick, if the
no,
next
you
card's
gotta don't mess with it. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it.
You didn't say you were fixing it.
If you would look, you would see I am Syrah.
Besides, they do look like vows.
It says Val's.
No, it doesn't. Not anymore. It doesn't. There you go. All right,
Very
continue.
scary vows.
all right, that's cool.
Actually, these look like fuck wolves. They are. They're fuck wolf 190s.
Yeah, that's the stupid thing.
All right, great. Great.
All right.
Okay, so there's one tactic, and it's really good for the 109. So if you attack head on, the B-17s only shoot 1 to the front, so they get less,
Right.
and your their save goes down because you're doing this crazy head-on attack where the Germans would shoot right into the cockpits of these planes.
That's right.
But it usually only happened when they were headed towards the target. When they were headed back, it was harder for the Germans to form up to do that attack. So if you want to fly all the way around to the front and attack them from the front, you can do that. All right, so that's it. So it's pick a new card now, right?
All right. Here we go. It was a Queen of Clubs. I don't know about this.
Yeah, we're not going to be higher.
3 of Clubs.
So that's an American. So the Americans now pick one squadron.
Art, take it.
Before. Oh, okay. All right. It's these guys.
And you got to
Oh,
roll.
one of each.
1 of each. Four and a 3.
Four yellow.
A 4 yellow, and that is that's 2 action points,
Mhm.
and 3 green allies plus 1 action point.
Well, so you get 3 total action points.
Okay.
So
One.
So I can I can also get in this square here and tangle with these guys. With
Absolutely. There's no stacking.
right.
You know, there's no stacking limit.
It'd be 1, 2.
Now 1.
2.
right.
Yeah.
That's 1. Then you'd go
Yep.
into his spare for 2.
Yep.
Now,
Ye-
would you like to react to that, Grim?
I would.
I think you would. Yes. So he's in your space because he just changed squares, right?
Yeah.
So now you stop. Each side rolls a d10.
He can't react.
Keep in mind they're at different altitudes.
Squadron
That's
leader.
okay. That's okay. So Grim rolls a 2.
Did you say, Bob?
He's not a squadron leader. He can't react.
Oh, you're right. The squadron
Yeah, good
leader
point.
went home. How do you play this game? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's why we bring Robert to these things. I won't lie to you.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. All right. Yeah, you're correct, Robert. I forgot his squadron leader went home. That's one of the advantages of having a squadron leader. Only squadron leaders and guys that are attached to them can react. Okay, so you moved in for is
2.
that 2?
Mhm.
Now you have to dive to get to his section.
Right.
His
I'm
altitude.
2
I'm sorry.
altitudes above him.
So you're 2 above him, so you only gain 1. The second dive doesn't give you an extra. If you look on the chart, it says 0 for the second.
Okay.
So you had 3, you used 2, you got 1 back, so you still have 2. So now this is where attacking fighters is different than attacking bombers. You're in his space. You now have to expend action points to determine what type of attack you can do.
Okay.
So the choice is you have a squadron leader. You can just do a regular dogfight where Grim shoots back and it doesn't cost you anything.
Mhm.
Or you can do a side bounce, which will cost your 2 points. You'll have a better attack and Grim won't get to shoot back.
Yeah. We'll spend the 2 points for a side bounce.
Okay, so you get 3 dice hitting on 6s.
Okay. Two
Looks like
hits.
2 hits.
Nice roll.
All right, Grim, you got to make 2 saves. I sense you got all your bad rolling out last time, so I think you're going to.
Yeah, but he.
No, we
A
didn't.
3 and a 9. Well, you halfway. All right, so that guy is shot down.
Okay, put him
So we just need to keep track of guys that
yeah,
were shot
I'm
down.
putting him over here on a kill box over there.
Okay, great. Okay, so congratulations to the P-47s. But now the P-47s also need to roll for the scatter after the dogfight.
Right.
And the first roll will be your squadron leader.
Okay. It's a 5.
Okay, so he's just going to scatter in whatever direction the dice go.
Where's that die?
It's right here.
It's pointing straight ahead.
Well,
It's pointing straight this way, yeah.
Yep.
So that's this one here. The red base.
Ooh, a 10.
My red.
Oh, that's me.
10.
That was me, sorry. So did you not have a
Where
red
did you-
baser? Okay.
I don't know.
No, you
I
didn't.
thought he did.
Yeah, I did too. It might be that's a status thing too, I suspect. Go ahead.
So he ends up out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at low. Yep.
And the next guy.
return
Who?
to the
He goes home. He's out of ammo.
So these dice rollers, the die are always going to be pointing.
No, they're not. I checked. It depends how high up they go, but I do think it'll be better if you do a manual chuck with them.
Okay. That's
Go
fair
ahead.
enough.
We got plenty of room, so
This,
get.
this section goes home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go
he's
ahead
out of
and
ammo.
go ahead and give it a good chuck.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Another
That's
2.
better.
2.
Another 2? Oh, my God. He goes
Oh.
home as well.
Okay.
Wow, you guys are just blowing off your ammo there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so then that's the end of that activation. We flip a new card.
All right. 3 of clubs was up. It's a
Oh.
2 of clubs.
Oh, wow. All right,
That's-
that goes to the Germans.
That's Germans.
Okay. So now I got to roll 1 each, right?
Yep.
Okay. yellow and green.
That's that Falk Wolf on a 7 is 2. Would you roll on the green?
A 9.
9.
9. Germans, 1 action point or rally. I don't think you have anything to rally. So.
No.
These are ME 109s, by the way.
Yeah, the counters are backwards. There's supposed to be 2 109s and 1 90s.
2 Folky Wolves. Yeah.
What do you? I could swear. Well, okay, we'll deal with it later. But these were labeled as Falk Wolf. I can tell you that.
No problem.
Yeah, we'll fix.
We
We'll
will
fix.
just pretend that
We will.
the
You will
ME 109s
pretend.
are
You'll
Falk.
pretend. Mhm.
Got it. Okay, so
I'll
I'm
pretend.
sorry, how many?
It was 3.
3
I get
actions.
3
Yeah.
actions, and the 9 was, what did it say?
No, you get 2 actions from your yellow, and then you got a +1 action from
Ah.
your green.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. Let's see. We will go.
1. I take 2.
2.
The Americans don't want to react, I'm assuming.
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, these should be going together. I'm
Yeah,
not
mhm.
one thing.
No, you don't have to, but I think you want to.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
so we'd like to
I
try
don't
to
know.
react.
okay, so you each roll a d10.
So are you going to
And-
react, Rob, or you want me to? I'm just going to. I
Um,
was thinking
you-
about getting out of here.
Squadron. Oh, that is the squadron leader, isn't it?
Yep.
I have a better chance of reacting because you're -8.
Correct, for being so low. Yeah.
All right, then. Okay, go for it.
Why did you, Robert? Why would you roll my die?
Because that's the way I was pointed.
I see. All right.
So 6 and a
Okay.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, the Germans, were they the 6 or the 3?
3.
We were the 3.
Okay, so the Germans are just stay a 3, they're not modified. The Americans are modified, so it's -1 per zone to the enemy, so he's 3 away. So his 6 goes to a 3. And what's the difference in the performance of the plane?
They're the same.
Okay,
They're both +2s.
and they're at the same altitude.
Yep.
So then it's a tie. So the first tiebreaker is if they're a plane that's higher. No, they're the same. The second is if one has a better performance, they're the same. So roll again.
Okay.
Hey, don't laugh. I saw this earlier today.
Yeah, I saw it in the video.
Yeah.
8,
All right. 8 to a 4. So that the Germans will win, right? So
Yes.
then that means the Americans don't react.
Why do the Germans win that one?
Oh,
Because I rolled an 8.
So
Oh, you rolled the 8 this time. Okay,
Yeah.
you rolled a.
Yeah.
Yeah. They switched dice.
so
Just
they
to
were
be
higher.
confused.
Okay, I believe that's it. So just an FYI, German player, you could now dive a level because it's free to dive and get an extra action point. So I'm not saying you want to. That's how the rules work. So theoretically, you could attack those American fighters
Now,
that are at low.
If
You
I,
don't.
if I dive a level, I get 1 action point. And
Right.
that action point would be the one I would need to move into the square, wouldn't it?
It would, but if you have a squadron leader, which you do, it's free to dogfight.
Ah, I see. Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
so
don't.
that makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
think you want to do it in this situation because you want to kill.
I want to kill him.
Okay.
You have to understand who Achilles is.
Yeah, they may have nothing to do with the overall strategic reality of Big Week. Okay, and it may have to do with Achilles wants to punch Vance in the face. That's a little different.
All right. I get it.
He's
All
the
right.
biggest. He's the biggest threat to me. These guys aren't going anywhere.
All right. If you don't want to do that, then that's a time to flip a new card.
Oh,
He's gonna do it.
Wait,
Are you-
I am doing it.
Yeah, he's doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
So how do I change the state?
Just it's the number. So you hit 3.
and- So I go to 3.
Yep. Give me 1 second though.
Sure.
Go ahead. No, I can fix it.
For Vels. Go ahead, Jim. Oh, you want to say it?
You're all. They're not vowels. Go ahead.
We've camouflaged ourselves as Japanese dive bombers.
Yes.
You'll never know what it. Yeah.
You just
They
never
are
know.
diving.
They are diving.
All right.
There we go.
Okay. And now we can shoot. Yes.
Now you can shoot. So because it's a dogfight,
You're-
everyone shoots, including Grim. And you get 1 dice per base hitting on 7s. So Grim, you get 1 dice, and Achilles,
That's
you
me,
get 2.
it's me.
That's Achilles.
It's-
I was gonna-
Yeah, Achilles for 2, and I think that's Vance for 1.
That's Grim, is it? No?
No.
No.
Grimm's German.
Oh, right.
My boys got shot down and buggered off.
Right.
all right. So I get 2 dice, right?
Yep. Looking for
Two dice,
7s.
yeah. Go for 7s.
All right.
Oh, there's a hit.
1 hit. Okay, so that
Miss.
No. So then the Americans have to make 1 save roll.
5
Save
plus.
roll?
5 plus because the Thunderbolt
One.
is hardy.
No.
No. Okay, so the P-47s are shot down. And the Germans will now make the scatter roll for after the fight.
Okay.
Squad leader first.
So, you want me to throw it?
Hand
Tim?
roll it,
Is that
yep.
Right. Okay. I have no idea what it is.
7 over that way.
Okay.
What's a 7?
7, yeah, he just moves
Right.
to that space.
Which of these was squad leader?
I got a red base him. Hang on a second. That's what I thought. I was right. I got to red base him real quick.
Okay. So it's that one.
Go right ahead.
All right. So he goes into this.
Yep.
where?
Yep, at low altitude, and then roll for the other guy.
All right.
Oh, but he loses in altitude, so he crashes.
He does not. Stop saying that. 6.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But he
And he's
Or
pointed.
here.
Looks like he's pointed this way, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So he goes there.
All right.
Okay, all right.
So
now we'll
yeah, you gotta flip a card, yeah.
flip a card.
So now I'm looking for a card that's higher, right?
Mm-hmm. And you got one.
Yes.
King.
Pretty hard to be lower.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
The King of
Although a
what?
tie
King of
changes too.
Diamonds.
King of Diamonds. Okay, so you can't activate 2 cards in a row. So your guys that just went have to pass.
Mm-hmm.
So unless some Germans just showed up, then it's just pick a new card.
They didn't.
Okay.
5 of hearts. So back to the allies.
American.
Have at him, Bob.
Trying to peel off the escort for the reinforcements. to
big
come.
dice. Big dice. 3 and 3.
Tree and tree.
It's gonna be
1.
1.
Ooh.
And
1 action though. So 2.
I get 1 plus 1
Yeah.
for
So you-
For the dive, yeah. You get 1 for the action, 1 for the bonus, and I imagine you're gonna dive here, but you told me.
Oh no. No.
Now, just who's playing that? For the Americans that are playing those P-47s, you can certainly just go as 1 squadron and go stomp those Germans. You can also detach a guy if you don't want to send them all. And I just mentioned that because there are more Germans coming, and if you go down low and you scatter and a spade comes, then there'll be no fighters left to.
Right.
So you might want to consider not sending them all. It's just,
Oh, you totally want to consider that.
sorry, Germans, I had to do that.
Where are you looking to go, Robert?
I'm looking to go right in the middle of the bomber squad right here.
You can do that, yeah.
All right.
Especially considering the fighters that are coming have rockets. So you totally want to go down low.
All right, so they're all there, and they're still all as a squadron together.
Mhm. Yes.
Now, when he does that move, you can roll to intercept him or react to him, and it doesn't hurt you if you fail. So there's no reason to.
Only the squadron leader could do that.
Only the squadron leader, correct?
Yeah.
The guy who's with the B-17s.
But now, if I reacted to him, I would then the only person I could attack would be him, which would mean I'd be taking on that entire squadron by
Yeah, but
myself.
you're
You
not
could also
forced.
run away.
Yeah, you're not forced to attack. If you get 2, you could just climb, so you're not at low, so you're not susceptible to the spade, or you could fly away, or it's
Oh, I
just
see.
called a reaction move. You don't have to fight them. It's
Okay.
worth it.
All right, fair enough. Okay. All right, then we will attempt to react.
It's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to get like a 10-1 split, but it's worth the roll.
Yeah, you lose.
Okay.
Yeah. There's
Yeah. What happened? Okay. All right. So I guess that's it. It's a new card.
cards. 5 of hearts with the mark. And that is the second activation.
Second
Okay, so that means more Germans.
Yep.
All right. So roll a d10 to see where the Germans come in.
Bring them on, Grim. And try not to lose them as fast as the last group.
4.
1, 2, 3.
4.
Oh, they came in the same place. Nice.
D.
All right.
And I burn it.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't. Right. Good. And then we go to the new card. 9.
That would be me again.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Ooh.
8 and 5. Yeah, 8 is 3. And 5 is a
Yeah.
rally.
Yeah, which doesn't help.
What does the rally do for you? It brings your planes together, brings your squadron together.
Yeah. So you can do it anytime in the turn. So if you're separated, like for instance, the 109s that are that low and they're separated, the rally allows them to go together, and you can join any other section in your squadron and even change altitude. So you have someone at low and someone at high. The low guy can go up to high.
So,
Or you can attack, and then you scatter, and then after the scatter, use your rally to bring some guys together.
Yeah, I see.
so I could take one of these squadrons and send it down to fight him, and then rally it back.
That's correct.
Well, that sounds useful. Yeah.
So I will.
You should have 3 actions.
But that's in a subsequent turn, right?
What?
No.
He can rally. He can move now and rally later.
He can within this action. Within
Cool.
his activation.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, he can do that. He can detach for 0, move a guy in, dive. I don't know how many action points he'd have, but then conduct the attack, and then when it's over, if he survives, he can rally back to where he started.
I would have with the die 4, so it's 1 to move in.
Then you would
It
dive
gives you that one
and gain it
back.
back.
Yeah,
Gives
so
you 3.
I can rear attack him.
Yep,
Okay.
pretty good
Yeah,
attack.
that's a good deal. Yeah.
There's only one minor, right? When you move into the space with him, his squadron leader gets a chance to react to you. But again,
They
you're
already tried
high.
to react.
What's
Oh, no, they
that?
didn't.
That was to a
Fine.
different. That was to a different activation.
Yeah, yep.
Different card. Yep.
Okay, so I can try to react, although
Mhm.
since I'm low, it's going to.
Yeah, you're going to be -8 to your die roll.
Yeah, wow.
So you,
So
you
my
roll a
chances
10, he
are-
rolls a 1, you get it.
So there's a chance, you say?
So you're
there's
saying
all-
there's a chance.
Minuscule chance, as Mr. Spock would say.
Well, it doesn't cost me anything, so I might as well try it.
Oh,
No.
Exactly.
got kind of in range, but not in range. So there it is.
No, he
All
didn't.
right.
He rolled a 2. I rolled a 7.
He did fine. He did. I'm trying to make him feel better, Robert.
All right, so the P-47s come screaming in, bouncing around the tail, guns blazing. They get 1 dice. Oh, wait, you get more than that. You said you had 4?
He ends up with
So-
3. Yeah.
You can do a focused attack, meaning you can add dice. you can add a point and roll an extra dice. Now you can only add as many points as bases you have, and you only have one base. So you can add 1 point and roll 2 dice and a rear attack if you'd like. There's
As
no
much
reason not.
I'd like to point out that it cost me 3 action points to attack him in the rear.
Oh, that's right. But you still had 4, right?
Yeah, it cost me 1 to move there.
Yep. And then you dive and you gain it back.
I had 3 to begin with.
Oh, 3 to begin. Right.
That leaves me 2. I
Right.
Cove. That gives me 3.
3, and you rear attack him. Right. Sorry, for some reason I thought you started with 4.
No.
So you get 1 dice hitting on a 5.
Yep. Achilles,
hit him.
Achilles, you need a 6.
Okay.
So the
yeah.
Germans need to roll a save.
He saves on a 7.
He does.
Doesn't matter. I saved it anyway.
So now both. Now, do you wish to tail him since you didn't shoot him down?
Yes.
Okay, so you just stay on his tail. You touch him. The good news for you, P47 player, is when you're tailing somebody, you're touching another base, you're immune from a spade sending you home.
Oh.
And the Germans in this situation, when they go, all they can try to do is shake your tail. And until they do that, they can't do anything else.
That was not a euphemism.
Yeah.
Damn it! I was doing it.
Okay, there's some visuals I didn't need this close to bedtime. I really didn't.
Okay, I think that's it. That was good.
All right.
We still have to roll for.
Oh wait, you have to roll 1 dice for your scatter, but because you're tailing, you ignore any break results. So only 1 or 2 you go home from no ammo.
Right. Oh.
Oh, he runs out of ammo.
Oh,
That ammo goes home.
Oh, very sad.
Wow.
Achilles, are you disappointed for him?
I am. I'm just
Yeah.
heartbroken.
Still have to roll. What?
But now the Germans also have to.
Yeah,
roll
they
to
do.
see
They
where
do.
they
Yeah,
go.
what happens to them?
All right.
This guy went home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ran out of ammo.
I rolled a 5.
You're gonna. Oh, you should have. I'm sorry. Chuck a die.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
This is that chuck a die thing.
Chuck a die.
Ooh, a 9.
He stays right there.
The 9, he stays right there.
There you
Yeah.
go. Okay. All right. Cards. Ooh, a 4. Germans are back.
Okay.
Dun, dun,
Pick one of your
dun.
2 squadrons.
Grim. I think
Yeah.
I think it needs to be me because
You rocket
I gotta
time?
get. I gotta get off of the low
Yeah.
altitude.
Yeah, you gotta get high. You gotta.
yeah, get your butt up high.
Now, this is where a rally would really help.
Okay, so let's see. I roll a yellow and a
Yellow and a green.
7 for the yellow.
7 and 7.
7.
It's a fine cocktail.
Out of the sun.
And these are so that's out of the sun, which means they can't react to you.
That's huge, yeah.
And 2.
Okay, but to climb, I'm gonna have to
No.
spend my 2.
Yes.
So if you climb, you can only climb one of them. Or, and I'm not
I
saying
can
this
use
is-
1 each, right? And that would take care of all my actions, but it would climb me to medium altitude, right?
No, because it costs 2 to climb 1 sector.
Any kind of climb.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what you could do is you can move one of your sections into the space with the other one, and then you spend your second one to reattach them. And as long as you're touching another plane at low, you're immune from the spade.
Ah, I see. Okay, so I can bring my squadron leader back.
Yep. For 1,
touch them
reattach for
together.
2, and now you're safe. I mean,
And
you're
now I'm
still
safe.
low, but at least
Yeah.
a spade won't send you home.
Got it. Okay, that sounds good. All right.
Okay.
All right, they're
All
reset.
right, so
They've gone outside the grid. I kind of love the visual of the way this works, where they're all sort of sitting in this one combined space, desperately trying to avoid running into each other. It's the parts of Star Wars I liked. 9 of clubs. Germans stay at the play.
all right.
Now it has to be the other. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that will be me
It
then.
has to be you, sir. Bring your rockets to the party.
Six and a 9.
That's 2 and.
Focus.
And another one or a rally.
No,
So
have
3
no
or
need for
3
that.
or 2 in a rally. I don't think you need a rally.
Oh, but you might want to hang on to the rally if you dogfight something and have to scatter.
Fair point.
I think he's gonna hose down some 17s.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I am tempted to hose down some 17s.
There you go.
He's got rockets.
Bring those early
Uh-huh.
AMRAMs.
Wait. Go
Oh,
back.
oh,
Grim.
yeah. You're gonna owe
Good
some.
point.
You're gonna owe
Move
some
one
possible
thing.
reactions.
Move. All right. The Americans, I assume, don't want to try to react there.
Nope.
Okay, if you want, you can keep going, Grim. The Americans want to try to react there.
Nope.
So, Grim, you can keep going, or you can just stop there and end your turn. The Americans can't react to you. Because if
What do
you
you think,
move into
Achilles?
you can move into
I
that-
think you're. What altitude are you at? You're.
He's at
69
medium.
now?
He's
No,
level
they're
with the
high.
bombers.
no,
Okay,
they
so
come in
you-
at high.
Oh,
They come in at high.
okay. Well,
Yeah, they
Should be
should
high.
be.
So you need to dive one, give yourself that extra action, and then go in there and shoot.
That's what I'm thinking.
If you do that, the Americans can react to you, and they'll have a huge advantage because they're higher than.
No, I'm in.
No, they're not anymore, are they? Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
they're high.
will.
Oh yeah.
So the Americans would get, they'd get a +1. I guess it's not huge, but they'd get a +1 on.
He can move in before he dives. I mean,
No, he can't because he only took 2 actions, right? Is that correct? Or did he
No,
take
I had
3?
3.
Oh yeah,
Three
then you can move in before you dive, and then the Americans would be at a -1 because they're 1 space away. So that might be worth it.
I rolled a 2 and got a +1 as well.
Yeah.
Or it's a rally, but
So at this stage, what do we do? He's diving now. right?
no, he goes
Oh,
in
yeah.
first, so he doesn't
Yeah,
lose. So he doesn't lose the advantage on the intercept roll.
Got it. Okay.
So he goes in like this. If that's what you're doing, Grim, you go in like this.
yeah, I'll do that.
All right, you go in like this. Once there is where the Allies can attempt to intercept him, but they're at a -1.
Correct.
Actually, are we the same altitude? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, same altitude.
Same altitude, but you have to move 1 square to react. So it would be.
Oh, they are
I
attempting to intercept, so you've got a +1, Grim.
oh, Bob's got a -1, right?
That got 0 any.
That's
I
10,
got
so you
10,
win.
sorry.
Yeah, so you win.
Okay.
Just manually
No
for the-
reaction.
Yeah, there's no reaction, correct?
Right.
Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him!
Well,
All right, Graham.
you
So
gotta-
the same choice as last time. Do you want to tail these guys, or do you want to shoot your rockets and dive through? If you tail them, they shoot twice as many dice, but you don't have to scatter if you roll a break result. You can just stay there.
I think I will tail them.
Okay.
All right.
So you get to shoot first. You get 3 shots, and these are with rockets. So if you hit, the B-17s have a -3 to their save roll.
Ooh, ow. And what do they need to hit? They need a
5.
5. 3 for 5. All of them.
3 hits. Ooh, 3 hits.
And a -3, you say?
Yep. So they need a
Sevens.
4, so they'll need 7s.
All of them. Look at that.
Nice.
Wow.
Boy, they
sorry.
build those B-17s well, don't they?
I guess.
Now
Well,
comes
that was unfortunate for the Germans.
Yeah,
So
12
12
back.
dice back looking for 10s.
two hits.
Look at
two,
them.
and they need 4s, 6s. Ooh,
Yeah. So there you go.
oh, one's
One
gone.
save, one did.
Do they have to check to see if it's a squad leader?
Yeah. So I would just roll. 1, 2, or 3. It's the squadron leader.
Got it.
It's not.
It is not.
Nope. It's a flunky. Okay, but you're tailing, so you roll your 2 scatter dice, but only 1s or 2s affect you.
Okay, so roll them separately though, because you've got the
Squadron leader.
you've
These
got.
are ones you want to chuck across the.
No, you don't have to here because if he breaks, he stays where he is because he's tailing.
So squadron leader.
He stays.
Good. Flunky.
Oh, goes.
He goes.
Wow.
That's the one that got shot up and saved.
Yeah,
He wasn't.
feeling it.
That was unfortunate, man. Grim, that was your big moment.
Bloody dice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sturdy American construction.
I guess. All right.
All right.
That was
new
a
card.
9 of clubs. Americans.
Okay.
Target rich.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. 5, 2, and an 8, which gives me a 3rd. Side bounce. Oops. Side bounce with the B-17, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Try to
So
Since
let
you're
me
tailing-
just so I can croup this a little bit. These are your 335th boys, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and react.
You're tailing. You can't try to read.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You got 2 guys up there? Yeah.
Yep.
Side bouncing them, and you got to go down to their.
Side
And he
bounce.
has to go down to their level, right?
He does. Yep.
That's so.
Oh. They were down one, so I can rear. I can rear them.
How many? Yeah, as long as you get 4 actions. All right, 2 shots for a 5.
One hit.
Oh, come on, Grim, you can save this.
And he can't.
No.
Oh. 50-50, it's the squad leader. Oh no, that's
Oh,
us
that's
left,
bad.
right? Yeah.
So now you roll to scatter with those P-47s.
Well, Grim, my guys are feeling a little lonely up here.
Squadron leader.
Well, considering they had
Yeah,
no
stays
right to
right
survive that.
He doesn't even go to low. He stays at medium right there.
And the other guy goes.
He scatters. It's like south.
Mhm.
Oh, this was a nice quick even.
Well, and it's built that way, yeah.
Yeah, it's built so that you can do like 3 battles and you get with your friends.
one's
for
red?
2 battles.
So he winds up going here.
Over here.
No,
Oh, wait. Yeah,
no, he's here.
right, you're right. I don't have red base.
It's
Dang.
pointing this way.
That's your squad leader.
Here.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
And then that guy goes to low. Guy with move. Yeah.
Thank you. No, he's
All right.
No, he stays.
He
medium.
stays at medium in that space.
Squad leader stays at medium.
I'm just basing him.
Okay.
Now he's got his base. There we go.
It's black again.
How come it? Oh, it's because it's red at low. See, I didn't. Got it.
Hey, bud. What's up?
All right. So I got
Grim?
I do cards.
What's up? Yeah, pick a new card.
Yep. New card time.
Sam, get out of my kingdom. Get out.
All right, back down. So the Germans do get to do something.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been on that?
This like literally
Yeah,
before
see-
you called. Like we were just starting.
See if I can join Grim as an American ace.
Hold on.
2 on the yellow, that's not good. And a 2 on the green. My goodness.
That's 1 plus out of the sun or 1 action point. So you've got 1 action point as matters stand. You can get out of the sun, which means they can't react to you,
Nice.
or you can get a second action point, which would allow you to go up a level.
More than that guy.
You take
Right.
both of them up a level.
One other
Yeah,
thing.
I would personally take them both up.
Yeah, I think I do.
And he
need
can't
to-
react to
uh,
you.
Right.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna go up
Did you see it?
Oh, good job.
to medium, right?
Yep.
Bullseye.
Well, make sure you bring that home, Charlie.
I am. I'm bringing all of them. And I'm gonna do it.
Maybe they're
Make a post.
quietly camouflaging themselves as Japanese aircraft again.
That's what they do.
Alright, I have to go to some
Okay.
kid.
So
Yeah, that's all
that
of
makes
it. Yep.
All my actions, right?
That's it.
You
Yeah.
won't be home for another hour.
But it is your turn again. It is your turn again.
That's lower,
Hey.
isn't it?
No, ace, come on, man.
Doubles high?
Aces are high.
That wasn't stipulated at the start of the game.
Aces high. Ace is high.
Yeah,
You're-
but it doesn't matter. I have to burn it because I can't.
Oh, that's right. He's out of. You're out of everything, aren't you? Yo, you're it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all there is. Yeah. So I can't activate myself twice.
Oh, well, that's
Well,
not bad because
as
that
long
means.
as well, you can't. As long as it's not the previous card. The previous.
It was.
It was.
because it's
Yeah,
the
you
only one.
go.
Yeah, they've only got 1 unit left.
Right.
Both sides only have 1 unit each.
Right. So in that case, I mean, you're good to go. But the idea of not activating twice, just literally on the card before. So if like you activate and the Germans activate, you can go on the next card.
Sure. That makes sense. So 5 and a 2, Robert. What do you got?
I've got 2 plus 1.
That's 3. I know.
At least you didn't say 5.
5, 6.
Wardrobe plays WW2, indicates Mark he's excited to see you. He apparently knows you.
Who's that again?
It's a Wardrobe plays WW2.
Ah,
Is
okay,
his
cool.
name in the chat. Shadow Mage, good to see you. Daniel, good to see you. My gosh, we got everybody out here. Fidelis. According to Fidelis, he played Death Ride of the Scharnhorst during Cyber Wars.
Oh wow, that's going back. That's not...
He says it's because of you that he got... Fidelis is one of our regulars, and it's because of you he sort of got into the whole virtual gaming thing.
Oh, that's awesome. That was a lot of fun. I remember him.
So it's your fault.
Guess so.
So you had 3, Robert?
Yep.
So you went up a level with that guy.
Yeah,
That
that's,
cost you 2.
and then I moved over.
So you can
Great.
try to react to that when he moves to the new space if you want.
No, I'm not going to do that.
He's actually thinking he maybe will try to down a bomber, I bet. Anyway. Jack, and it's Achilles.
All right. Let's see. No, I
Ow.
need to move that dice roll.
Three is, I think, 1. Oh, 9 plus 1, probably.
9 plus 1, exactly.
So that gives me 2.
2.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Should be in. What are those bombers at? Are they at high? No, they're saying.
No, they're set to where you are.
Okay. So we can move in.
Mhm.
Okay.
Try and jump them.
Yep.
I'm at -2.
So Achilles, he's attempting to jump you. You have a advantage.
Okay. 1 die, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You got it.
Oh!
You get away with it.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so I have. Yeah, so I want to shoot.
So
One action left.
Achilles was the Germans or the American?
He's the Germans.
Germans.
Okay, yes, you didn't. Yes. So you moved in.
Mhm.
You had 2 points.
Mhm.
It
Yes.
costs 1 to move in, so you have 1 left.
Hmm.
Yes.
So if you want, you can add a dice to your attack. You could roll 3 dice. The other option is you save it, and then after you scatter, you can then move one of your guys 1 space. Probably better just to kill Americans.
Wow, that sounds so. Eh,
You're Germans.
He's he's just telling true. And this counts as
most
a
of my life trying not to kill Americans.
Well,
and this counts as this is a side bounce, yeah.
side bounce. You'd hit on 5s. Yeah,
Okay.
I hit on
Four-
6s.
Sixes,
Sorry,
yeah.
Why would it be a side bounce?
Because you moved into the square from the side.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
you attack bombers from the way you move into.
got it.
But it's
So
free.
it's 2 dice, right?
Unless you want to use your 1 extra point to increase your attack to 3.
Okay. That's a good
Well, yeah.
question. Because you're saying I can move them back a square on the post. I might want to keep them together. Okay. No, I think I will shoot with 3. Okay.
3, here they come
3
looking for
for-
6s.
But Germans needing something.
1
1 hit,
One life.
1 save.
Save on a 4.
Are these the Foky Wolves?
Mm-hmm.
Then
Oh.
they save on a 5. Oh, you got him.
Got one. Got one.
Yeah, all right.
I'll teach you to bomb Hamburg.
I was going to say, if they had survived that as well,
Shoot
I
back.
say rig dice rollers.
Shoot him back, Rob.
Yeah, so it's
6 for 10s, yeah. Or no, it's only. Does it matter that it's only 2 planes left, or squads left?
Well, it's what you start with. It's
Got it.
simultaneous choosing.
Got it. 6 for nil.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No hits.
So now the Foky Wolves
Scatter.
roll.
Yeah,
Now
now
I
you
gotta
have to roll the
scatter,
scat. But first thing you got to do is roll for your squad leader.
All right. Squad leader.
Ooh, he stays right there at medium.
All right. And then I roll for the other guy as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
roll for the other guy as well.
Okay.
Oh, look at that!
And they don't even separate, so they're just there as a squadron.
They're in a mood.
Yeah.
They're having a mood.
Yeah.
So now I have to roll a scatter one, right?
No, that was your scatter.
All
is
right.
it?
Your
Oh, I mean for direction.
no, you don't.
No, you did when
You
you
s-
roll an 8, 9, or 10. You don't move. You're just
Oh,
stay exactly
perfect.
where you are at same altitude.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right.
Here we
Thanks,
go.
sir.
Ace. So it stays German. Doesn't matter
Right.
because they only got 1. So here we go. 8 hearts. Amerikanski.
Ooh. 8 gives me tree and a rally.
Oh, that's interesting. Rally.
1.
Rally first. Yeah.
That's
1. Okay,
Could he use the rally first?
you can use it first or later. It's up to him.
yeah, I'll use the rally first. So they're
Okay,
both-
so they've rallied. They're in the same. They're touching and same altitude. Good to go.
So now you get 3 points.
uh, 1.
All right. Try to jump him.
Yeah, Achilles, this is you.
Mhm.
It's what's the advantage
You can
if
try to
any?
react.
Performance 2 and performance. They're the same performance. So is it just a straight die roll at this point?
Yeah, as
Does
long
it
as
cost
it's
him 1 for
same.
moving in?
It did. He paid it.
No, I'm sorry. I mean on the dice roll.
No,
does he
no,
have minus
it does
1
not.
For the space.
6.
Got to beat a 6.
No.
3. Nope. So you do not jump him.
So I had 3. So side.
Side, yep. So you get 2 dice for 6s. And the Germans don't shoot back from a side bounce.
2 hits.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Nice.
All right. Why are you gonna
Saving on.
I got to save on high ones.
7s?
6s or 7s.
Seven.
Or
Saved one of
Save
them.
one.
save one.
And you're gonna have to roll one, and it's 50-50. 1 to 5, it's a squad leader. 6 to 10, it's not.
Okay.
It is not.
It's not.
Okay.
And now everyone rolls scatter.
Scatter.
Okay. So
Squad-
squad leader rolls.
Squadron leader. I mean.
He goes.
Oh.
Oh,
And I stay there, and the other guy stays there.
I think that's it. All the Germans are gone, right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Wow.
Well, it was well timed for him to go home.
Yeah, it was.
To be fair, that rear formation had no right in surviving.
not. And you should have, Grim. You should have probably put down at least 2 of the guys. What can you do? I think.
Rocket straight at the tail, and Robert just came up with some wicked saves.
Yeah. So the points, the victory points.
Your deads are over here.
All right. So the Americans,
2, 4,
the
5.
Germans get 3 points for every B-17,
That'd be 1. There's 3.
and then 1 for every P-47. Did they shoot any?
They did.
That's
No.
4
Apparently,
points.
these are Russians. So.
Oh, so then the Germans got 3. The Americans get 1 for every German non-squadron leader they shoot down.
It's 1 there and 1 there.
So that's 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get 1 for every B-17 that
sorry.
survived the game.
Oh, geez.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, 8.
Oh, geez. That's 3.
Why,
Yeah.
why were we even counting the other ones?
Yeah,
And
you
then-
may have buried the
You know.
lead, Mark. I'm just saying.
I know. I knew it was gonna put it over the top, so I decided to just work
Oh,
the other
he
one.
was giving us dramatic effect. I got it.
You were
Yeah.
building up our anticipation there. I see.
Right. But if Grim had shot down 2, then it would have been 9 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 a tie.
Well, there it is,
Hey,
gents.
Grim. So clearly, you lost the war for the Luftwaffe. Apparently,
That's-
So flip the table.
yeah. I think it's the only thing to do at this point. I mean, come on.
It's- so I've got some work to do to get some models right. I'll have Vance come and join me, and he can tell me if something's the right model or not.
Yeah, you didn't get any of them right today. So that's,
Well,
17s are-
it is literally not my fault. This time, it's. I will tell you that each one of these was labeled exactly correctly. So somebody else is doing some crazy stuff. You got to tell me.
So
These are
it was
P-47s,
interesting.
these are
We had
P-40s.
we had Japanese dive bombers attacking Russian yaks
Yep.
while defending American.
Well, these here are actually. I acknowledge I knew these were wrong because I couldn't find 47s. These were labeled as 40s.
They are
Yeah,
40s.
P40s.
They're
Yeah.
These are
P40s.
P40s.
Oh yeah, they are P40. That's
Yeah, they were
Yeah, they
labeled.
are.
That I knew was wrong. It was as close. That one I knew was wrong, but they were absolutely labeled as Messerschmitts and Focke-Wulf. I can tell you that.
Yeah, and they're absolutely the backs are.
That's funny. That's what I got to. So it's the easy fix as far as that goes. But that though is Fire in the Sky. Yeah.
So this is really interesting, and it reminds me a lot of the board game. What was it? Wing Leader.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was working on this, my friend gave me that game.
And you're talking about the one, Vance, that is sideways. Yeah, basically.
Yes, yeah. The side scroller, yeah.
Right.
But it's the same feel because it's the same level of play. It's like squadrons at a time
Okay.
and half squadrons.
Is Wing Leader like modern aircraft though, or
No, no, it's World War II.
It's World War II. It's a newish game from GMT.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking there's an old air game that was it's fighter jets, but I can't remember what the name of it was.
Air-
Well, there was there's a couple like that, but yeah. I have one called Air War from Spy.
So, yeah. So once I get some fixes in, this has some neat prospects. So tipping your
Oh yeah,
hand.
it's supposed to be well. Yeah.
Yeah, this is once
Oh, yeah.
I got some bugs kicked out, this will be in good shape. So, Mark, if you can tip your hand, when do you think we? Well, I had two questions actually. When do you think we'll see the next book in this? For those who don't know, this first volume, available for a very reasonable price at Board Game Vault. This has been an unpaid endorsement. Which is where I picked it up, but this is actually, I think you call it Volume 1.
Correct. Yeah, this
And-
is volume 1, right?
And so you had talked about doing Battle of Britain and doing some others. What will the next one be, and when do we expect it?
I believe the next one's going to be early Pacific, so Coral Sea and Midway.
Ooh.
And we've made a lot of progress on that and a lot of Battle of Britain.
Okay.
If anyone's going to Historicon this year, we're going to be running Midway and also Battle of Britain. So we got all that coming. And they're pretty far along, so it's not a pipe dream at this point.
And how are you going to roll out the rules for the interface between this and the naval?
I think I might do that when we do Guadalcanal. But we're also thinking of doing Operation Pedestal, which was a big British convoy that had to get through to Malta. And there was a lot of boats, submarines, and the Italian fleet almost sortied to fight them. So
Almost.
The spaghetti fleet was almost seen on the high seas.
It came close.
That's how we're gonna do that.
Okay. So will that be a separate set of rules, probably?
Yeah, I mean, how to combine them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once we come up with a book for it, it'll be in that book, and I'll also put up like a free how to combine it to go along with it. So,
Great.
Well,
if you
as
don't
a
want
Brit-
to buy that thing, you can still get it. Yeah.
So let me ask you
say,
Oh, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Yeah, Grim. What did you have?
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
go ahead.
as a Brit, I don't blame the Italians for not sorting considering they had not long had to keep Matapan
True.
Yeah.
back a year or so.
I was going to ask so let me ask you the traditional war game question then. So when will this be able to do all of Operation Barbarossa?
That's a good question. We'll see. We did have one guy. It was interesting. He like a Blitzkrieg book, which I thought was kind of cool. Like French and the Polish and that kind of thing. So probably do Blitzkrieg, and I think Barbarossa is pretty limited. It's kind of like the Soviets are on the ground and the Luftwaffe comes and blows them up.
Only for the first part.
Yeah,
Later there's ramming.
there you go.
So, well, great. Well, thank you so much, Mark, for being willing to come and hang with us.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'd love to come back. This is super fun.
Yeah, definitely. Please know you have green room privileges. Show up anytime. We'd love to have you play this and whatever else. As I said, we've played a bunch of your stuff, and I've even got double blind setups for Fireball Forwards. So, again, thanks. And thanks to those who watched, and thanks to those who played. Tomorrow, we will have Quatre Bras for General Darmé. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. And Thursday, we're back to O Group. Saturday will be Charlie Don't Surf with our own Alex from the Storm of Steel. He is coming. He is coming to become wise in the ways of the NVA. Hopefully, Chrono can show him how. But
And I will teach him what American artillery can do.
What do you mean artillery that's landing on yourself, Achilles?
Oh boy.
I don't ever drop it on myself. It just doesn't come. That's the problem.
Major Scamby likely is likely to be in the building. Again, thanks to those who watched. Thanks to those who played. Until we meet again, please take care of yourselves and one another. We will talk soon.
Thank you.